Welcome back guys, GTS Garage. Today we're going to do something very quick and very simple, and that is we are going to do the differential oil on the ST1300. Now some may say, and a lot will say, that it's a fairly easy task and probably doesn't need a video, but for completeness I am going to video how to do it. And it'll just be the normal step by step, but it will not take more than 5 minutes. Okay, so when it comes to oil, we're going to be using the 8090. That's the one that I'm using. Fairly cheap, it's not expensive, but the important thing is to use the hypoid gear oil. That's what it says in the manual, so there's no reason to go and put non-hypoid engine oil in there. So that's what I'm going to use. You're also going to use a 17mm spanner. Now let's crack on. Okay, so with the bike on the centre stand, we're going to start by removing this cap here. And this is where we're going to be filling the oil from. But to get a good flow on this, you need to take this out. The other thing they recommend is to actually have the oil warmed up. So it's worth going for a ride first and just getting that done. So I'm going to take this off. Now I shouldn't find a leak. It shouldn't come out yet. Not until I release this, but to catch any drips, yeah, let's put that down there, so that is going to catch a little bit. So we're just going to let that drain. If I move that over there, now we're going to undo this one. And that should capture the rest of it. There you go. Right. So when you look at the magnetic, you shouldn't see a whole lot of shavings there, but it does look like it's very old oil. And then we're going to basically just turn the wheel . Okay, so you've been turning the back wheel slowly and you're confident now that all the oil is now out of the system. Now these drain plugs should have a sealing washer on them, mine doesn't, but if yours does, you need to be replacing that and put it back in. And you're going to tighten this up to 20 Newton meters. And that is set by the Honda service manual. So that's going to be set for 20 Newton meters. You're then going to take your oil, your differential oil, a hypoid differential oil, and we are going to refill using the fill cap one. So this one you're going to have to push because this stuff is thick, and you're going to continue pushing fluid in there until it spills out. So just take a bit of the old oil, it doesn't have to be brand new, and just coat that O-ring. Now the O-ring sits just inside there. You should replace that. I haven't got one, so I'm not going to. But I am going to put some oil around it to make sure it doesn't catch as I'm turning, as I'm locking it up. Right, with that now done, I can see there's a little bit of oil still coming out, but that should do. I'm now going to put that cap back in, like so. And I'm going to torque that to 12 Newton meters. So first of all I'm just going to tighten up and then I'm going to torque it up off camera. And that is that job now done. Okay guys, as always, dispose of this responsibly. It isn't nice stuff, so don't throw it down the sink, don't throw it down the drains. It shouldn't get into the public system. You definitely want to be disposing of this into a container and then take it to a waste or a dump, what we call them over here, and they get rid of it safely for you. So don't be pouring this down the sink. That is it. That is how simple it is. I will put a snapshot of the service manual page that is on so you can see for yourself. It does give you some capacity, oil capacity numbers, and it gives you the torque settings just in case you didn't get them when I was doing the job. That is it for this episode. You take it easy, you ride safe, and I shall see you in a couple of weeks' time. Take care. Bye bye.